Michael Lee, founder, chairman, and CEO of the Tower Group, says the insurance industry is not known as being one of the most innovative industries in the financial services world, and that reputation is somewhat deserved. But the trend is changing and continues to change. In this interview from MarketScout's annual Entrepreneurial Insurance Symposium in Dallas, Texas, Lee explains what parts of the insurance world do a good job at innovating and where innovation may be lacking.
I think that reputation is deserved based on the track record of our insurance industry. But in some ways, I think we have done a much better job than we have before. I think if you look at Lloyd's, for example, Lloyd's is very innovative. I'm very impressed with the structure and how they go about doing business. So there are many areas in our industry where innovation is alive and well. But by and large, I think the reputation really comes from larger companies that operated in the past that really didn't have to do much to be able to succeed. So you had, people working 9 to 5, basically punching in, punching out, and the market challenges were such that you can get away with that type of approach to business. I think it's totally different now, and you have to be a lot more innovative, and you have to have people that are willing to just go beyond just coming in and doing their job. We still face that, but you gotta, you really have to be able to meet the challenge. And I think the insurance industry is facing challenge because of just like any other industry, you're facing significant challenges, and you just can't just conduct business as usual. You have to be able to be creative, and you have to solve a lot of problems. I also think that the people in the industry, you don't have too many entrepreneurs, especially in the insurance industry, because unlike myself, there are very few that start out with very limited capital, raise money from family and friends, and start an insurance company. You just don't see that. I mean, your typical model is that private equity or funds a senior level executive that used to run a company, and then they form they get a pool of capital and they replicate what they did at other insurance companies. But you don't really have too many companies, startup insurance companies. So for that reason, I think it's dominated by executives who really have grown up working for a large firm, and with that, I think you do have certain mindset, and certainly there are exceptions. There are great executives that are entrepreneurial, but by and large, you're really talking about a group of executives that have worked for larger firms, and if they set up another company, usually it's backed by private equity firms or capital providers, and what they're doing is basically taking their division or the product offering from one company to another. So that's what you see mostly, but you rarely see someone come up with some very innovative ideas and succeed, as you do in technology area or some of the other industries where it's typical that you see these entrepreneurs that create products and become large. You rarely see that in our industry.
Lee says by and large the insurance industry is doing a better job at attracting new talent to boost innovation in the future, but he also believes there's a gap in the industry for suitable training programs to support that talent.
I think we're doing a better job of it, but I think most the challenges that we face is that insurance is a complex business, and general skills are just not transferable easily. Great business skills, great, general knowledge and skills that you have, whether it be in terms of creative writing or thinking, critical thinking, or things that translate, I think, better into other industries don't translate well into our industry, because you really have to learn the technical aspect of it before you can apply your general skills. So what is needed is training. And very few companies now are willing to have a training program. So I think that, a lot of companies are willing to bring in very smart, young, talented people. But you rarely now have a budget to go through the process of training someone and to learn the insurance industry, and then apply those sort of just general skills and match that against technical insurance skills to produce a great executive. And that's the problem. In addition to that, obviously, the salaries and compensation is not that, doesn't compare well with Wall Street. And you have many brightest and the smartest kids going to Wall Street or to management consulting firms. So they wouldn't necessarily go to insurance companies, and that has to change. And the perception about the opportunities, which is pretty significant, has to change. And unless you get a better pool of candidates, we're just not going to be able to succeed. And there's many things great about our industry, and it's very interesting, and it requires a lot of creativity. But for some reason, we're stuck with this reputation, and we just have not been able to communicate what opportunities exist in our industry. So I think we have to do a better job in communicating that message.